Jessica thought it was just another mundane Tuesday at Morrison & Associates. She had no idea that one careless click would expose a conspiracy that reached the highest levels of the company, and put her career, and possibly her life, in danger. It started innocently enough. Jessica was rushing to send quarterly reports to her manager when her phone buzzed with a text from her best friend asking about her weekend plans. Without thinking, she quickly typed back, "Can't wait to get out of this toxic hellhole. Did you know our CEO is embezzling money? I have proof, but I'm scared to do anything about it." She hit send and went back to her reports. 5 minutes later, her blood turned to ice when she realized what she'd done. In her haste, she hadn't sent the text to her friend Sarah. She'd sent it as an email reply to her boss, Mr. Chin, who'd been waiting for those quarterly reports. Her hands shook as she stared at the message-delivered notification. There was no taking it back now. She'd just accused the CEO of embezzlement in writing to her direct supervisor. Her career was over. Maybe worse. But what happened next changed everything. Instead of calling her into his office or firing her on the spot, Mr. Chin appeared at her cubicle 20 minutes later. His face was pale, and he kept glancing around nervously before leaning down to whisper something that made her heart skip a beat. "Meet me in conference room C in 10 minutes. Come alone. And Jessica, bring whatever proof you have." The conference room was empty when she arrived, clutching the flash drive she'd hidden in her desk drawer for weeks. Mr. Chin slipped in behind her, locking the door and closing the blinds. That's when he told her something that changed everything she thought she knew about Morrison & Associates. "You're not the only one who knows," he said quietly. "There are 5 of us now. We've been documenting everything, but we needed someone on the inside of the accounting department. Someone like you." Jessica's mind raced. "You mean, you've been investigating too?" Mr. Chen nodded grimly. "For 8 months. Ever since I noticed the discrepancies in the Singapore project. But Jessica, you need to know, it's not just embezzlement. It's so much worse than that." He pulled out his laptop and showed her files she'd never seen before. Offshore accounts. Fake contractors. Money being funneled to shell companies. But it was the last document that made her gasp out loud. The list of employees who had mysteriously left the company over the past 2 years. "Jessica," Mr. Chin said, his voice barely above a whisper, 3 people have tried to expose this before you. 1 was transferred to our Siberian office. 1 was fired for performance issues that were completely fabricated. And 1." He paused, looking directly into her eyes. "1 died in a car accident 2 weeks after she scheduled a meeting with the SEC." Jessica felt the room spinning around her. "Are you saying they killed her?" "I'm saying Margaret Santos was the most careful driver I knew. She hadn't had so much as a speeding ticket in 15 years. And the night before she died, she called me panicking, saying someone had been following her home from work. That's when they heard it. Footsteps in the hallway outside, stopping directly in front of their conference room door. Mr. Chin grabbed Jessica's arm, his grip tight with fear. "They know we're in here," he whispered. "There are cameras everywhere. We have maybe 30 seconds before." The door handle rattled. Someone was trying to get in. Jessica looked at Mr. Chin in terror, but what he did next surprised her even more. Instead of panicking, he smiled, a cold, calculating smile she'd never seen before. He walked calmly to the door and placed his hand on the handle. "Jessica," he said, turning back to look at her one final time. "I need you to know something important before I open this door." Her heart was pounding so hard she could barely hear him over the blood rushing in her ears. "The person who's been following you home from work every night for the past 3 weeks? The one you keep seeing in the silver Honda in your rearview mirror?" Jessica's mouth went dry. How could he possibly know about that? Mr. Chen's smile grew wider as he turned the handle. "That's been me." The door swung open, and standing in the hallway wasn't security or the CEO like Jessica had feared. It was Margaret Santos, the woman who was supposed to be dead, very much alive and holding a briefcase that Jessica somehow knew contained evidence that would destroy them all. "Hello, Jessica," Margaret said, stepping into the room. "We need to talk."